Middle Class Tax Relief and Job Creation Act of 2012, it states that a state or local government may not deny and shall approve any request for co-location, removal, or replacement of transmission equipment on the existing wireless tower or base stations, provided this action does not substantially change the physical dimensions of the tower or base station. And this publication gives guidance to boards and to entities to determine what is a substantial change. And there's a couple things, I think we talked about that at the last meeting. One of the sections is number 2. The mounting of the proposed antenna would involve the installation of more than the standard number of new equipment cabinets for the technology involved, not to exceed 4, or more than 1 new equipment shelter. That's one item that is mentioned in here. And the applicant then has reduced the number of cabinets from 5 to 4. But I also note, and some of the questions that was asked of the planner a few moments ago, in the shelter, besides the 4 cabinets that are identified, there is a proposed telco box, which is noted, a proposed power panel, 2 proposed AT&T DC2 on Unistrut frames. I'm not certain what they are. The question is then, if you determine that is this box a cabinet? It's not labeled cabinet. Cabinet is not defined in this guidance document. I think that if it was determined that the box is a cabinet, then it's 5 and not 4. There is another portion in here, that number 4, that says the mounting of the proposed antenna would involve excavation outside the current tower site, defined as the current boundaries of the leased or owned property surrounding the tower, and any access or utility easements currently related to the site. They've stated that there's not going to be any excavation outside the confines of what's fenced in around the tower, but there is, as shown on the plans, a construction easement that is outside the confines that is going to be in their place during the time of construction and then not used after, but there's a new easement. Another thing, and as obviously was I stated earlier in testimony, a new structure is being proposed here to enclose all of this equipment, a 9.5-foot tall sound barrier, which has not been on the site before.